All right, let's get started, everyone. Thank you so much for logging on. I know for some of you guys it's late, so I appreciate you taking the time to come learn about your business and investing that time. I prayed that this would be helpful to you, that you guys would be encouraged, and just see the vision of the amazing opportunity that is set out before us here. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'm going to start with the compensation plan because I think that will make everything else make a lot more sense. So there we go. Let's get started here. Okay, so first we're going to talk about the compensation plan. Stick with me. We get paid a lot of different ways, so it's going to take a little bit to get through it, but that's a good thing. I'm going to warn you, at some point, I am going to get a calculator out, so math has never bothered me. I've always been okay with it, but I know a lot of people are just like, forget it, but stick with me. So I am Sarah Price. Again, thank you so much for hopping on and joining me. Let's jump right into the comp plan. Okay, so before I even start talking about the things that are on the screen, I want to make sure that you know what personal volume is. So each one of our products has, we call it PV. You're going to hear me say PV. So when I say PV, I mean personal volume. Each one of our products has a PV amount assigned to it, and that's how our commissions are calculated. So the PV amount is not the exact dollar amount, but it's pretty close. And later I'm going to pull up a chart that actually will show you all the PV amounts. So the first way we get paid is on our PV, which is our, sorry guys, hang on, our personal volume. So this is the amount of products that are ordered through your website every month. And this also includes your own products, which is awesome that we can get paid on our own products. That's really unique. The first 100 PV that goes through your website is going to go directly back to the company to pay salaries and keep lights on and take care of all of that good stuff that keeps us going as a company. So anytime we're talking about a commission, that first 100 PV is it's never going to be calculated in your commission. So always know that that first 100 PV is always going to go back to the company. So after that 100 PV has been met, which typically if you're on Triplex, your Triplex is going to cover that 100 PV. It's 101 PV. So if you're ordering a Triplex every month, anything else that goes through your website that month, you're going to get paid on, which is really awesome. So the first way we get paid is PV. And this is how that's calculated. So like I said, that first 100 goes straight back into the company. And then anything from 100 to 499 PV, we get paid 15% of. But when you hit that 500 mark, everything that you, all that PV that has processed through your website, it's counteractive is what I'm trying to say. So once you hit that 500 mark, everything from 100 up to 500, you get paid 25% on. So it's not just you get 50% up to $4.99 and then 25% after that. It's retroactive. So a lot of times if you are about $40 or so from, or PV, sorry, I'm getting you all confused here. If you're about 40 or so PV from hitting 500 PV in a month, it actually makes sense for you to go in and order a product or two to get you to that 500 PV, because you'll end up making more than that back because your commissions will be bumped up from 15% to 25%. So that's something you want to keep an eye on as you're looking at your PV throughout the month. Okay, so 500, once you hit 500, you get paid on 25% on everything. And that commission is paid out monthly on the 15th of each month. We have the opportunity to be paid 5 different times a month, and that is one of the times. So you'll make that, like, what month are we in? November. So when November ends, you will get paid on December 15th for your PV in November. The second way we get paid is we make 5% off of our level 1. A level 1 is someone that you personally sponsor. You make 5% of whatever their PV is over that 100 PV again, because that first 100 PV goes back to the company. So you make 5% of their PV, and that is also paid monthly on the 15th. So that's going to be in the same check as your personal PV commission. Okay, so let me get out of here real quick because that picture is super fuzzy. I'm going to bring up. Okay, so here is our price list, and I don't think this one has Edge on it actually, so it's not the most current. But if you don't have this document, you need it. I look back at it all the time. I have a hard time remembering how much our products cost, I'm going to be completely honest, because there's so many different ways to buy. So I find myself referring back to this a lot. So this little chart is going to give you the retail price, the preferred price, and our wholesale price. And it's also going to tell you the PV amounts associated with each of those products and each of those prices, because each way to buy has a different PV amount attached to it. So it's impossible to remember all of this stuff. Okay, so yeah, so you can kind of see how that gets broken down. And the PV is what we're really paying attention to for our commission's sake. This also, well, I'm going to come back to that. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Okay, so yeah, if you don't have that, definitely get a hold of it. If you don't know how to get a hold of it, message me and I can tell you how to get a hold of it. Plexus Power Tools is an awesome resource if you don't already have it. That little chart is in there. It's a $10 a year fee, and it's got all sorts of great product documents, really, really, really helpful stuff for building your business. Really good stuff to send out to potentials too. Okay, let me get this going again. Here we go. All right, so the third way we get paid is on preferred customer bonuses. So every time a preferred customer is someone who signs up for their monthly auto ship. Anytime their order goes through your website, you're going to get a bonus on that order. It's not just a one-time bonus. You know, it's not like, okay, you get that bonus the first time they order. It's every single month that processes. Those are also paid on the 15th. And then I'm going to go back to this little pricing sheet here real quick, and then I'll show you right in this last column. This shows you all of the preferred bonus amounts for each product. So this is one of the reasons why we, you know, it's beneficial to us to push people purchasing preferred because we are going to get that bonus each month. But aside from that, it's cheaper. It's cheaper. It's way easier for them. You typically get like a 10 to 15% discount when you order preferred. And then on their 4th month of ordering, they're going to get a 10% discount on any product they order. So that's another little perk for someone ordering preferred. So it's cheaper, it's easier, they don't have to worry about logging in and getting their products every month, and it's really, really easy to cancel or change. They have 100% control over it. There's no, you know, nobody's signing any contracts here. Okay, so let's get back here. Let's see. Okay. Then we also get paid every time we sign someone up on our team or someone below us signs someone up on our team. So you get paid 4 levels down. So depending on what welcome pack the new ambassador buys, you know, we have the $100 options and then the $200 options. So if you sign a level 1 that buys the triplex welcome pack, which is the most popular welcome pack that we sell, you are going to get $24.75 bonus on that. These are paid out weekly. So if you signed someone up this week, you're going to get paid on that next Friday. And the same goes for anyone that they sign up and anyone that they sign up. So it's gonna carry down 4 levels. But each level, I don't want to make this too complicated. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. It's basically half of that welcome pack is getting divided between you and your 4 uplines. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. So if you have someone that's on your 3rd level that sponsors someone that buys the triplex welcome pack, that's your level 4, and you're going to get a $5 bonus on that. If they order the double triplex welcome pack, you're going to get a $10 bonus on that. So you can see how that breaks down in your downline. And again, those are paid weekly on the next Friday. So that's where the other 4 times a month that we get paid, that's where those all come in. So we have the potential to get paid every Friday and then also on the 15th of each month. Okay, I should have probably said this way before. If you have any questions, I know that this is a lot to take in. If you have any questions, please, please, please feel free to unmute yourself. I think you can even like raise your hand and I'll be able to see that. Or there's also the chat function that you can type a question in. And I know that there's people, at least for right now, there's people on here who can answer those questions for you. And if not, I'm going to go back and look at the chat at the end and just make sure that everyone got all of their questions answered. So please, please, please don't be silent. I want to help. I'm here to help. That's what we're here for. Okay. So I'm sorry, you guys, there's a fly buzzing around in my room. So if you see me like batting at something, I'm just trying to get the fly out of my face. Okay. So we also get rank achievement bonuses. So, and we're going to go into silver and gold after we cover the comp plan. I'll tell you exactly what that is and how to get there. But every time you rank up, which is a promotion in Plexus, you get a rank achievement bonus. So when you go silver, which means you have 3 active ambassadors personally sponsored, then you go silver and you get a $100 bonus. These are also paid out on the 15th of each month with your the rest of your commissions. For going gold, you get a $250 bonus. Senior gold is $350. Ruby is $500. Senior ruby is $750. After senior ruby, you emerald, sapphire, and diamond get a profit sharing pool, which I'll go into in a minute. So that's why there isn't an achievement bonus for them, because they get a pretty hefty profit sharing pool. Okay, there's also something called fast start bonuses, and this applies to anyone who has signed up in their first 30 days. If you are able to go gold or senior gold or ruby or senior ruby in your first 30 days, which has been done. I know it sounds crazy, but it's absolutely been done and is definitely doable. Those rank achievement bonuses double. The silver doesn't apply to silver, but anything above silver, your rank achievement bonus is going to double, which is really, really awesome. I know of, well, again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make this simple, so I'll remember that later. I'll get back to that later. Okay. This pay points is maybe the most confusing part. So really try to stick with me, and if it does not make sense, please, please, please tell me. And I'm going to do my best to explain this in a simple way to you guys. Okay. So when you begin to build your team, when you begin to sponsor level ones, and when they sponsor level ones and they sponsor level ones, all of those people on your team are worth points. So each level is worth a different amount of points. So ambassadors on your first, second, and third level are worth 5 points. In order for them to be worth points to you, they have to be active. They have to be commission qualified. So to be commission qualified, you need to have 100 PV go through your website. And again, like I said, if you're on the triplex, which probably all of us are, you're covered. You're commission qualified every single month. So for your ambassadors to be active, for them to be worth pay points to you, they have to have that 100 PV go through their website, whether it's their products or somebody else's products. There has to be 100 PV in there that's processed through their site. Okay, so your first 3 levels are worth 5 points. Your 4th level is worth 4 points. 5th level is worth 3 points. 6th level is worth 2 points. 7th level is worth 1 point. Okay, so here's where it's going to get a little bit crazy. Each of these points are assigned a different dollar value each month, and that depends on the company's overall sales. So typically they hover around $3. I know a couple months ago it was $2.88. I haven't figured out what they were this past month. So what that means to you, if you want to make it simple for yourself, you can say that each point is going to be worth about $3. It might be a little bit less, but just to make it simple, to make the math easy, you can kind of count on your levels 1 through 3 being worth $15 to you each month, because they're worth 5 points, and each of those points are worth about $3. So 5 times 3 is 15. And you can kind of do the math from there. A level 4 is worth 4 points, and if each of those points are about $3, that's $12. Sorry. So I think that's probably the most confusing part. So hopefully, if that makes sense to you guys, then we're in a good spot. So again, this is just another way that we get paid each month. Yeah, and down here it says that pay points will never go below $1.80. I mean, I have never even seen it get close to that low. So we're in a good spot. And the pay points are also paid out on the 15th of each month. All right, I don't think I've lost anybody, so good. And now we're going to talk about the, sorry, I have something in my eye, the profit sharing program that I mentioned before. So when you reach the top 3 levels of the company, which is Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond, you get a share in the profit pool. The Emerald share is 3%. The Sapphire share is 2%, and the Diamond share is 1%. Now, when you go Sapphire, you get your 2% for Sapphire, but you also still get your 3% for Emerald. When you go Diamond, you get the 3% for Emerald, the 2% for Sapphire, and then the extra 1% for Diamond. So it builds on itself. You're not actually losing any money as you rank up. You still get to keep those profit share pools. Jewels also get to take advantage of, okay, I'm going to hop over to this Plexus in Hawaii. Jewels also get to take advantage of the Plexus Lexus program. When you reach Emerald, Plexus will give you a $500 stipend to use to get yourself a Lexus. When you get to Diamond, that doubles. So they're gonna give you $1,000 a month to get you a super swanky Lexus. You also get to attend the Hawaii trip every year. They call it the Emerald Extravaganza. This year, it's in a different spot than it was last year. The trips are in September. The cutoff date for qualification is July 31st. So if you have made Emerald by July 31st, then you're going to get to go to Hawaii. You get to bring a guest, which is super fun. And that's a free trip. They pay for your airfare. They pay for your car rental. They give you some really fun meals and plan some fun events for you. But it's also just a lot of downtime. So that trip looks super fun. I'm hoping that I get there this next time. So yeah, so Plexus Lexus, Hawaii, free Hawaii trip. And then after you reach the top of the company, which is Diamond, you can re-enter as a completely new person. So you get to work the business all over again. You start from scratch. You can work your way back up to Diamond. So you don't top out. You know, after you get to the top of the company, you're able to re-enter and do it all over again, which is really, really exciting. And there actually is someone in our company who is double Diamond. She's our up line. Her name is Celeste Gwen. You maybe have heard her name or maybe haven't. If you haven't, you will eventually. She's the top earner in the company and has just totally rocked this business. So we're really lucky to be on her team. There's just a ton of growth, a lot of momentum on her team. So I'm really, really happy that that's where we are. Okay, comp plan over. Whew. All right. So now we're going to talk about how to go silver, and then I'll talk about how to go gold. So in order to go silver, you need to sponsor 3 active ambassadors. So the rule for silver is a tiny bit different than the rule for every other rank achievement, in that in order to be considered active, in order for an ambassador to be considered active and for you to go silver, their welcome pack counts towards that. So as you go gold and senior gold and ruby, welcome pack is not going to, when a person buys a welcome pack, that's not going to, they're not going to be considered active. They're still going to need 100 PV over their welcome pack. So silver is a little bit different. Okay, so 3 active ambassadors. An active ambassador for going silver means that they have a welcome pack, they've bought a welcome pack that month, or they've had 100 PV processed through their website. So some examples, you know, a lot of people, some people when they go silver, they've signed up 3 brand new people in 1 month that have all ordered a welcome pack, and that gets them there. Sometimes you'll have 1 person that signs up 1 month, and then the next month you sign up 2 more people. So as long as that first person has 100 PV, and then the next 2 have purchased a welcome pack, then that's going to get you to silver too. So basically, I mean, it's going to depend on when people sign up, but hopefully that makes sense. So you can have 1 ambassador with 100 PV and then sign 2 ambassadors, you know, the next month. You can sign 3 ambassadors that buy a welcome pack all in the same month. Maybe, you know, in November you sign up 2 people and they buy a welcome pack, but you still are needing that 3rd. And so December comes and those first 2 have ordered their products. So they're commission qualified, they're active, and then you sign up a 3rd who buys a welcome pack, then that's going to get you to silver. So hopefully that all makes sense. So 3 active ambassadors. We all know 3 people. We all have 3 friends. We all have a mom, a sister, a cousin, you know, someone we work with, someone we see at the gym. You know, we all know 3 people that that would love to join us and get, you know, a good discount on products or jump in and take advantage of this awesome opportunity. So we can all do silver for sure. We can definitely get there, and that gives you momentum. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to go gold. Okay, so to go gold, you need to know a couple of things. basically you need to have, and here's where pay points are going to come back in. So it's going to get a little bit crazy here for a minute. Those pay points that we talked about, I put this little chart here just to kind of remind us what each level, how many points each level is worth. When you're going gold, we're typically talking about your first 3 levels, because you more than likely just haven't had a chance to build your team more than 3 levels deep. I mean, that's not always the case, but typically we're talking about, you're signing people up on your first 3 levels. So you need 100 points in your team or your organization, and that's going to equal out to about 20 people, because if we're talking about your first 3 levels, each of them are worth 5 points. When you divide 100 by 5, you get 20. So you're typically going to need about 20 people on your team. But here's what you have to remember. You have to have 15 of those 100 points outside of your primary leg. So your primary leg is your strongest leg. So that's going to be the leg with the most people in it. So these 15 points, that's typically going to be 3 people, right? Because we're talking about your first 3 levels. So 15 points is going to be about 3 people. You need 3 people outside of whatever your largest leg is. Now, those can be 3 personally sponsored people. They can be 1 personally sponsored people or sponsored person who has sponsored 2 more people. It doesn't matter where they lie, just as long as they are outside of your strongest, largest leg. So, and a leg is just what we call, a section of your team that's growing. So, so 100 points, typically about 20 people, and you're going to need about 3 of those people that are outside of your primary leg. What's really awesome about this is that a lot of network marketing companies, they're what's called a binary. So they just have 2 legs, but they have to balance. Like, they don't get paid unless their legs are equally balanced. So they have to play around with who they put in what leg. And when you're signing someone up, you really never know who's going to take off and who's not. You'll sign people up that say, I don't want anything to do with this business. I'm just signing up for wholesale. And they end up just being a total rock star. And then you have people who are, hit the ground running, but then fizzle out. So we're really lucky that we don't have to try and figure out who's going to do what, when, and where. And if they're on our team, we get paid on them. So that's unique, and we're definitely lucky to have that. Okay, here is where the magic happens. Power of 3. So we're going to go back to going silver. 3 personally active sponsored ambassadors. Okay, this is a pretty exciting concept. If you want to watch a video on this, you can look up Sheila Medina did a presentation on this at convention. I think it was 3 years ago. I think it was the one in Dallas. I wasn't at that one. But so there's a video on YouTube of her going through this presentation, and she does it, I'm sure, much better than me. She's one of the kind of pioneers of the company, so it's really fun to get to hear her talk. Okay, so the power of 3. So all we're gonna talk about is people going silver. All we're gonna talk about is people sponsoring 3 active ambassadors. So here you are at the very top. You guys, I spent forever making these bubbles and these arrows. So stupid. Okay, so here you are at the top. You have sponsored, okay, this is what I'm warning you, my calculator is coming out, so just get ready. Okay, here you are. You have sponsored 3 people. This is your first leg. I put a little 5 in here because all of these people are worth 5 points since they're on your first leg. So we're going to go down to this little chart here. Okay, so this is for your level ones, personally sponsored ambassadors. You have 3 of them. They're each worth 5 points, which means you have 15 points on that level. Okay, hang on. I'm getting my calculator. You've been warned. Okay, okay, I'm gonna have to switch back and forth. I don't think there's a way for me to do both of these at the same time. So we're gonna go 15 points times where we said we're just gonna keep it at $3 per pay point to keep it simple, times 3. So that's $45. So as a silver ambassador, you're getting paid $45 each month. That's going to get paid out on the 15th of the month for these 3 personally sponsored ambassadors. Okay, what if you get each of those 3 ambassadors to go silver? Here's your second leg here. Or I'm sorry, second level, not second leg, second level. So each of your personally sponsored ambassadors, they've all gone silver. So they each have 3 people. Okay, so now you've got your second level down. There's 9 people. Each of them are worth 5 points. So you've got 45 points on your second level, plus those 15 points on your first level. So you've got 60 points overall. All right, here we go. So 60 times 3. Oops, oh gosh. Oh, well, that works. So $180. So that's $180. That's just for pay points that you would get paid on your first and second levels. All right, let's take this down another level. What if each of those 9 people went silver? What if each of them just signed up 3 people? What if that's all they ever did? So we're on your third level down. So that's, you now have 27 people. Hang on, I'm just making sure my math is right. I talked a big game about my good math skills, and now, okay, I'm good. All right. So you now have 27 people just on your third level, your level 3s, 27 level 3s worth 5 points each, 135 points on that level, and now you're at 195 total points. So let's go back. Let's do math. Okay, so you're at 195 total points times $3. Oh wait, hang on, that's gonna get messed up. Okay, 585, you guys, that's $500 just on 3 levels. And that's not including, you're gonna get, guess what else you're gonna get for all these people signing up? You're gonna get a bonus on all of the welcome packs that they bought. So we're just talking about one way that we get paid. Okay, so $585 is pretty awesome. But when you carry that down 7 levels, we're not going to go through each level, guys, so don't worry. When you carry that down 7 levels, if everyone only went silver, just 3 people, you're going to end up with 48, almost 4,900 points on your team. So let's do the math on that. Okay. What did we say? 4893 times 3. What? $15,000. $15,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I just want you guys to catch the vision. This is an incredible opportunity. I know a lot of people have a bad impression of network marketing. They think it's a scam. Has anyone told you what? Like, no, network marketing is a scam. This is not a scam. This is not a scam. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's awesome. So yeah, I just want you guys to be excited about the possibility that's out there And honestly, if this is what your organization looks like, if you are pouring into your team, if you're training your team well, your team is, people on your team aren't just going to go silver. They're going to go gold. They're going to go senior gold. They're going to go ruby. They're going to work their business. And I mean, this is a small glimpse of what is possible with this company. This isn't even 4,800 points. That's not even the top level of the company. Diamond is 6,000 points. So do the math on that. Just on points alone each month. I mean, that is crazy, crazy money. There's no other business out there that offers you the opportunity to advance like this does. So, okay, all this stuff is great, but you need to have an action plan. You need to have a plan of how you're going to add people to your team and to reach out, and how you're going to get there. How are you going to get those 4,800 points? And it really is pretty simple. You need to reach out to people, and you need to follow up with people, and you need to train the people that you sign up. And it really is as simple as that. And if you can do those things effectively, your team is going to grow. Your team is going to continue to expand. I don't know if you have heard 531. It's something that will come up a lot. The longer you are with us, the more you'll hear this pop up every now and then. So it's just basically a daily action plan, something that's really simple for you to follow, and something that is going to produce income for you. You'll also hear this referred to as like DMO, which is or IPA, which is income producing activity. DMO, daily method of operation, right? Yeah, so you'll hear those are kind of interchangeable, but really all they're talking about is 531. So to break it down, 531 is reaching out to 5 new people every day, asking them if they would be willing to, if they've ever thought about Plexus, would you be willing to hop on the phone with me for 15 minutes? I'd love to tell you why I'm so excited about these products, or I'd love to tell you how incredible this business opportunity is and why I think you would, do really, really well at this. So that's your 5 people, and then you're going to follow up with 3, because it's going to take more than one contact with people. Generally, it's going to take a lot more than one contact with people for them to jump in and join you. So you're going to do a lot of following up. In network marketing, you'll hear the term, the fortune is in the follow-up, and it truly, truly is. You can reach out to all the people you want, but if you don't follow up, then your team's not going to grow, then you're not going to get customers, because that really is where the bulk of your work is going to go. So following up with people, following up consistently, following up well, we talked about that last week, last Thursday. I talked about how to reach out and how to follow up. If you missed that, I posted the recording on my team page, Think Pink. If you aren't on it, then you can definitely hop on and ask to join, and I'll get you on there. I just borrowed a lot of stuff from other people who are really good at what they do. So it was a good training. So not because they were my ideas, because they were other people's ideas. Okay, so you have your 5, your 3, and then you're going to train one person. Now, if you don't have anyone on your team yet, that just means you're training yourself. You're hopping on YouTube, you're looking up videos, you're researching products. There's also, in back office, there's some resources there that you can look through. But YouTube is there's so much good stuff on YouTube about how to reach out, and just amazing stories, really encouraging things out there. And if you do have someone on your team, then you could be sending them videos. If you have someone who is trying to go silver, send them a video on how to go silver. If you've got someone who's silver and now they're looking at gold, send them a video on how to go gold, what exactly that's going to look like. Just looking ahead and sort of meeting them where they're at and where their needs are at. So, maybe that sounds overwhelming to you. Maybe 5-3-1 sounds like, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of work. If you can't do 5-3-1, try 3-1-1. But do something. I was listening to a video today, and I loved the analogy he gave. So he was talking about a plane. So a plane is sitting on the runway, and the pilot's getting ready to take off, and he pulls the throttle to 40%. If he pulls that throttle to 40%, Tanya, is your husband a pilot? Okay. I thought so. So if he pulls, and I don't know, maybe I'm totally butchering this analogy, but you guys will get it. I think the throttle is what makes you take off. I don't know. We're just going to pretend like this. Okay, she's saying yes. Okay. Okay, so he pulls the throttle to 40%. He's never going to make it off that runway. If he pulls it to 60%, he's still never going to make it off that runway. If you want your business to grow, if you want to be successful and you want to achieve your goals, you've got to give this 100%. And that's going to look differently for everybody. But just know, if you give this 100%, you will see action. You will see results. So I just love that analogy. So I was excited to share that with you guys. Okay. So yeah, if 5-3-1 is too much, try 3-3-1. Just something, something consistent that's going to move your business forward. So some of you probably have full-time jobs, or you have little kids at home, or you have a part-time job. We've all got lots of stuff going on. It's, it's always hard to fit stuff in, to fit new stuff into our lives. So that's why I love the idea of time blocking. And this is basically setting your timer for a certain amount of time. Like maybe you have 15 minutes, maybe you have 30 minutes, maybe you have an hour. But you're setting your timer on your phone or on your oven or whatever it is, and you are like laser focused on your Plexus business. So you're not answering texts, you're not checking your email, you're not scrolling through Facebook. You are specifically there to reach out, to follow up, and to train. Even if you can only do this for 15 minutes, it's going to be helpful to you. You're gonna see results with that. Now, I'm going to be honest. It's going to take more than 15 minutes long term. You can't just work 15 minutes a day and get to diamond. I'm going to be honest with you guys on that. But to get you started, to get you going, to get you comfortable with what you're doing, if that's all you can give, then that's something. It's better than nothing. So try that tomorrow. Try setting your timer and giving yourself some focused time and focused energy on your Plexus business. Okay, so last thing I want to tell you guys is hopefully you caught the vision a little bit when I was talking about the power of 3. If you haven't already, I would really encourage you guys to look up some diamond documentaries on YouTube. They're short, like 8-minute videos. They release one each Thursday. That will come to you in your email too, so you get a new one every Thursday. But it's just a short minute video on a new diamond in the company each week, and they talk about their story and what this business has done for them, what their life looked like looks like now, what it looked like before Plexus, and just the things that they are able to do as a result of this business. So I know it's hard to wrap your mind around because, you know, this is not the typical 9-to-5 job. You know, there's nothing typical about network marketing. It's just a totally different concept. I've heard one guy say that, what does he say? Network marketing isn't perfect, it's just better. And I totally love that. It's not perfect, but it's way, way better than working for someone else, working, you know, 40 hours a week, being limited, being just on someone else's timetable your entire life, not being able to do the things that you want to do. So I just want you guys to do it, to dream big, because whatever dreams you have, this business can take you there. And I know it's definitely hard to wrap your mind around. I still have a hard time doing it. I'm, you know, coming up on 3 years in, and have had, you know, honestly more success with this business than I ever expected to have. So it is still hard for me even to wrap my mind around that. But, you know, make goals, write out your goals. Do you want to stay home with your kids? You can do that. Do you want to, you know, pay for your house to get cleaned every week? You can do that. Do you want to take a vacation this summer? You can do that. You know, however small or big your goal is, this business is going to give you the opportunity to achieve that. So believe that. And, you know, when you believe in our company and believe in our products, when you have confidence, when you have that belief in you, that's going to come across to other people. People are going to see that in you, and they're going to be attracted to that. So it definitely, you know, it carries it. People see that, and it's something that you can portray to them. If you're solid, it just speaks volumes about the company and about their products. So if you haven't already, write some of your goals down. Write a small goal down. What's your goal for the next month? Do you want to add, you know, do you want to go silver in the next month? Do you want to add, you know, 3 customers in the next month? And what do you want to do in the next year? Think about it. You know, where do you want to be a year from now with this business? We are on an amazing team. Our team is just so helpful. We're so supportive of each other. We are really, really big on training. We're big on growing the right way. So I think, you know, we are just very lucky to have each other. I think, you know, even Plexus as a whole, we're one Plexus. We all, you know, we're all here to help each other out. We're all on the same team. And I just love that, just, you know, that overall feeling of our company. So it's a value that, that we all hold. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys feel encouraged. If you haven't already looked in your success, there we go, your success kit, there's a ton of good stuff in here. It really has everything you need to get you started out right. I'm not going to take a bunch of time to go through that because that would take me another 20 minutes. So I'm not going to do that to you guys, but maybe on another training. If you're just starting out in this business, look through that. It's going to give you step-by-step instructions. If you are ready to hit the ground running, if you're ready to do this, tell your upline, get your sponsor on the phone with you or text or whatever it is, and just tell them, like, I want this. I see the vision. You know, I want to do this. Will you help me? And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you and to see you be successful. And so yeah, let your upline know that you're in this. If I am your upline at some point, tell me. I'd love to know too. I want to help you guys out too. So I definitely, one of my passions in this business is helping you know, other people achieve their personal success. It just brings me so much joy to help to help others and to see you all achieve your dreams and your goals. So, oh, I have to do a giveaway. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put you all on, I'm going to take a second to pull up a little random name generator. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute, and then if you have any questions, feel free to stick them in the chat or unmute yourself or whatever you would like to do. And questions about anything. It doesn't just have to be about what we talked about. I'm happy to answer any question.
Sarah, do you have a sheet that shows how many points you need for each rank?
Actually, yes. And I can, let me draw this name and I can actually pull it up. It's a different, it's actually on the compensation plan summary chart. So let me do this, and then I think that was Christine. I can't see you guys right now.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let me see here. We have. Okay, so let's see. Erin, you are the winner. Yay. Erin, I'm gonna probably send you a message and just make sure that I get you something that you don't already have. So I will be in touch with you after this. Okay. Hey, you're welcome. Fun. Okay, and Monique said she wasn't clear on how to get to gold. Okay, so Christine, let me pull this up for you really quick because that'll be quicker than answering Monique's questions. So let me, if you need to hop off, feel free to hop off. If you have questions, stick around and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Okay, Christine, let me track down this thing real quick and I'll pull it up for you. Okay, this is going to be faster. I'll just search for it. Okay, sorry, my computer goes super slow anytime I'm doing a Zoom. I probably need a new one. Okay. Okay, here we are. Okay, so this compensation plan summary chart, right at the top here, it's going to break it down for you for what you need to reach each rank. So it's going to tell you how many personally sponsored ambassadors you need to have, how many total points, and then how many points outside of your primary leg. And then as you rank up, you also get paid on more levels. So that's going to tell you that over here too. And Christine, if you just search, like I just put up here, Plexus compensation plan, if you just search for that and then click on images, that'll come up. And this is a breakdown of everything I went over tonight. So
is that on our website?
It's not on our website, but it is on Plexus Power Tools, if you have that.
Where is that?
Plexus Power Tools?
Yeah.
Just search plexuspowertools.com. That's the $10 a year.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of really, really good, helpful business documents in there.
Actually, I think it is in the back office because I've pulled it up. Yeah, I've pulled it up under compensation plan summary under library.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'll check there.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff in there. I always forget about that little.
Yeah, the library has tons of stuff.
Tons of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Oh, Jessica figured it out. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my gold slide, and then Monique, if you can unmute yourself, maybe you can kind of tell me where you're getting hung up, or I guess I can unmute you. Okay. Monique, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
With the 100 points in your own organization, I don't get what that means.
Yeah, so that's just your team. It's just people that you have sponsored. Yeah, it's just basically anyone on your level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's just what we call like your downline. Anyone directly under you or directly under someone who's directly under you. So this whole thing here, that would be your organization, your team, your downline. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it has to be 100 of those, like 5, 10, 15, 20, like 100 of those? Or just, do you mean like the PV, right? Is it?
It's points. Yeah, it's not PV. PV is your commission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so PV is attached to products, and then points are attached to people. I guess maybe that's a good way to put it. So yeah, it's an easy way to think of it is just it's typically going to be 20 people.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
All worth points. That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, 20 active people as long as they. Now this is where those 20 people have to have 100 PV. Welcome packs are not going to count for these 20 people. So these 20 people have to have, they have to be ordering their products, or they have to have someone else ordering products from them to be considered commission qualified or active.
Sweet.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hopefully that clear as mud. My sister-in-law always says clear as mud. Okay. Well, if nobody has any other questions, again, thank you guys all for hopping on. You, I believe that you all are here because you have been prayed for. You know, not just me, but lots of people praying for our team and for the people who need this business and need this product, that, you know, the Lord would reveal that to them. So very excited for you guys all to be here, and do just believe that you all can be successful, and yeah, just very fun to be getting to do this with you guys. So if that is it, then I will. You're welcome, everybody. Okay, so everyone have a good weekend. It's almost Thanksgiving. If anyone has teachers or is a teacher or is married to a teacher. We've almost made it. My husband's a teacher, so he gets all next week off. So that's super exciting. All right, everybody. Thank you again. And you guys all have a good weekend.